Welcome to another video, A Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in Blackpool, and I've got a bit of a throwback video for you today. Now I want to take you to a place where I've been a few times before. In fact, this area where I'm going to take you to was where I did my first vlog in Blackpool. Yeah, it's the Foxhall area. It's the oldest part of Blackpool. And that video was called The Mean Streets of Blackpool. Yeah, it was the first proper vlog that I did in the town, and I tell you what, they certainly are mean streets, and they do seem to have been forgotten though. Very, very downtrodden these days. The oldest part of the town as well, but there are signs of hope. So let's check out how Foxhall is doing 3 years on from that first video. Hello. Bit weird to see a Landau not on the promenade. Anyway, this is Lytham Road, folks, and this is where I started last time, so I thought I'd just show you a little bit of Lytham Road while we're at it. And again, Lytham Road, which is this road here, is a very long road, and it has had, well, quite a few problems, shall we say, in the past couple of years. Yeah, so Lytham Road itself has fallen on hard times, and this road that just comes off Lytham Road here is called Nelson Road. You can get to the promenade by going down that way and turning right. It takes you to the promenade, and there is a bit of building work going on around here. Look at that there, there's something going up there, look, and we've got some shops here. Pandemonium, look at that one there, look. Arts and crafts there. We've got a coffee shop here, look at this, coffee and dessert. That looks quite fancy, doesn't it? The only thing is, there's quite a lot of litter around here. It seems to be one of those areas where you get a lot of litter. I can hear seagulls as well. I bet they're responsible for probably causing this mess here. Look at that there, look. Wow. Wouldn't fit in the bin, would it? Anyway, there's a quick look at Lytham Road. We're at the rather, should I say, seedy end of Lytham Road. The opposite end of Lytham Road to where we are now is very, very leafy. There's some quite big houses, very different to where we are now. But I'm just going to head this way, and this is where all the markets used to be. Yeah, remember all the markets on Lytham Road used to be really popular. We've got these like awnings here, and look at the ironwork there. Look, these are proper like posts that hold up the awnings. They're ancient, those posts. So look at that. They're like the old cast iron lamp posts that you get, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to head this way. I'm going to head into Foxhall. It's down that way there. It goes off at an angle. If I carry on this way all the way to you can see the bright lights of the promenade ahead there. We can get to see the central pier. You might be able to see the bright lights there now. But yeah, we're going to leave Lytham Road behind. We'll head over here. Going to head down Tilsley Road towards the Foxhall area, which I said before, it's the oldest part of Blackpool, Foxhall. Well, this is new, Carnes Chippy, just behind me on the corner of Hopton Road, and this is where I was on the very first video. Now I just want to show you something, show you around here, and if you look just over the road there, that's the old lifeboat house, of Blackpool. It used to be an amusements, and then it was like a sensory room for kids, and now it's a tyre place. You can get your tyres in there now. So they're using the John Mack tyres. They're using the old lifeboat house. Anyway, I want to show you down this street here, Hopton Road, because this is where the heritage trams go into the depot, come in and out of the depot here. Let's have a little look down there, shall we? I looked at that on the first video as well. So we'll just back up along these tram tracks here and take a little look around. There's a hotel here called the Hopton Hotel. Look at that. Looks quite fancy actually. What do you think? The Hopton Hotel. Anyway, I want to show you just down here. We'll have a little look at the old tram, shall we? Through these gates down here. Tram Town. If you're interested in a trip on a heritage tram, I will put a link in the description. You can visit this place as well. You'll be very welcome. You know, it actually feels quite eerie around here at the moment. It's very, very quiet in there. Some of the trams will be out tonight. It's around about 9:30, and I'm sure that some of them will be out at the moment taking visitors up and down the promenade, but at the moment it's a little bit quiet at Tram Town. You might want to check out the video that I did with the map master there just a couple of weeks ago. But as I turn around, we get a view of the tower. Look at this, folks. Oh, and they've got plans to develop Tram Town, of course. If you saw my video on it, you'll know that they've got big plans to transform Tram Town as we see it here, where they keep all the heritage trams into a state-of-the-art visitor attraction, which will hopefully bring a load of people into this area, and it will go some way to helping this area and hoping to get it going a little bit. Tram Town. You might want to check out the video I did on that a bit earlier. I'll put a link to it in the description. Look at that, what an amazing view of the tower from here. And I just want to show you this area over here. We've got a home bargain store here. This is where the Colosseum bus station used to be, right here in all this space here. Yep, the Colosseum. Yelloway buses, my granddad used to rave about Yelloway. It's now, as you can see, it's a home bargain store, and we've got quite a big car park here as well. We can see all the backs of the hotels there. These quite big extensions on the backs of the hotels, and as we look this way we get to see the Blackpool Transport building here, the headquarters. There you go. So it's a bit of a walk around the same route that I did on my very first proper Blackpool vlog. I think that Home Bargains has got a few visitors. What do you think, folks? A few visitors on the car park here at Home Bargains. Anyway, I want to show you something over here. Now this plot of land over here, there used to be a row of hotels over there on Tyldesley Road, but the row on this side of the road were all knocked down so that they could build a new housing estate. And that housing estate, the builder, the construction company, went bust, and it's been left for 3 years. Since I did my first video, it was left for all that time, 3 years ago. And now, finally, in the last couple of months, a new builder has come in. I believe it's Tyson, and they've started to put the footings in and start to build these houses. How about that, folks? Amazing. After all that time, they've finally got it going. Those houses over there in the distance have had all this to look out to for the past 3 years. And this road here, there's some gates here. This road is called Blundell Street, and it was very industrial. Well, they did have some hotels down there as well. At the moment, it's a bit of a building site, and you can see the tram tracks go down there as well, because the tram tracks used to go down there towards Princess Street and out onto the promenade and beyond, down Blundell Street. What a view of the tower as well. And I'm just going to come back this way, folks, because I just want to quickly show you the Blackpool Transport building. They've got a bit of a sign out here. It's a very old sign. Look at that there. Corporation Tramways. Corporation Tramways. That's what my granddad always used to call the council. He used to call them the corporation, because that's like an old way of calling the council, isn't it? The corporation. Yeah, so that's Blackpool Transport. Anyway, I want to head back this way now, because I want to take you down that gap down the side of Home Bargains. There's something I want to show you down there. Yeah, so we've got 5 motorhomes in here at the moment. We're now coming back down onto Tyldesley Road, and straight ahead of us is a massive gap, and that used to be a hotel, an apartment block, but it all had to be knocked down because I think there was a fire there, or was there a fire there? It got damaged and it was starting to fall down, and they ended up having to knock it down. I'll just quickly show you this way there, straight towards the tower. We always get a good view of the tower from here, but I just wanted to quickly show you this here. Look at this, folks. There was a massive building here, hotel, apartments, whatever. I can't remember what it was, but they had to knock it down, and now it's just a space. It's an empty space. What's going to happen with it, folks? I don't know. Just over here we've got the convenience store here, the Premier. It is an interesting part of Blackpool, and a bit of an eye-opener for some people who visit Blackpool who don't normally see this side of Blackpool, this very, very run down part. But there are signs of hope with this new housing development at last getting underway after all this time. We're looking towards the Happy Scots Bar. I can hear someone in there singing karaoke very, very badly. That used to be the Pavilion Cinema. Yeah, the Pavilion Cinema, that there, folks. We're going to head down Tyldesley Road now when this traffic moves out of the way. Tyldesley Road straight ahead. On the right hand side is the building site. That's where the houses were that they demolished for the for all these new houses which has been left empty for 3 years. Yeah, you certainly get some interesting characters around this part of town, but they left this side of the road. As you can see, we've got some pretty big hotels on this side of the road. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4 4-storey hotels, and they've also got basements, these hotels, as well. But they've been looking out onto a building site. Let's have a little look from this side, shall we? This is what all these hotels over the road have been looking out to for the past 3 years. More than 3 years, actually. I'll tell you what, there's quite a bit of greenery along here as well. It's a bit of a jungle along the side of here. It's just been left for so long, but at last they're doing something with it. What about that there? So that's looking back to where I just come from. We're looking down the row of hotels there on the right hand side, which they didn't knock down. It's called Tyldesley Road. It's named after the Tyldesley family who built the first substantial house in Blackpool, and we're going to be seeing a blue plaque that's dedicated to that in just a moment. But we're now looking towards the job centre, the purpose-built job centre. I can't remember when this was built, in the 90s was it? And this has been left empty for, I don't know, more than 10 years I'd say. What do you think? Is it right that a building like this, a purpose-built job centre, ended up being empty for so long? Can you believe that? What a waste. I think we need to blame the government for that, not the council, because it's the government that is in charge of building job centres. But we're now coming into Foxhall proper now, just across here. I want to show you something just down here on the corner of the promenade. Someone likes the music loud. There you go, Saints and Sinners Adult Superstore. Yeah, we've got it all here in Blackpool, haven't we? Anyway, I just want to quickly show you something just down here. It's getting quite lively now, folks. Yeah, quite a few pubs and stuff down that way. That's Foxhall Road, great view of the tower. But I just want to show you something behind me. There's a building here, and it's the Foxhall Pub and the Reflex Nightclub. Can you see that there? It's a fairly new, well, say new, it's about 20 odd years old, maybe more. And this is stood in place of the first ever substantial building ever in Blackpool. And there's a blue plaque just on the door over here. If I show you, it tells you all about it. Edward Tyldesley, who built, well, look at that now, it's a nightclub, isn't it? But if we have a look at this, it tells you all about the history of this place. Look at that there. There you go. It used to be a house, the first substantial house in Blackpool. But there you go, we're now on the promenade, and as you can see, there's quite a few people around now. It was pretty dead before, wasn't it? Here we are. We've come out onto the promenade, but I'm not going to go down the promenade. There's the central pier over there with the big wheel. I'm going to head this way, folks. We're going to head round the back streets. The back streets of Foxhall. The main streets. Just over here is the Philly bar. We've got fish and chips on the corner. Sea fresh. Lots of pubs. Down here, takeaways. Foxhall Road, like I said before. There's another place there called the Jack Russell. Can't really tell. Jack Russell with a Q. Over here we've got Mark Kelly's. Look at that, Mark Kelly's there. Mark Kelly's Central, that is, yeah. You always have a good time in Mark Kelly's. Looks pretty cool, lit up there. Mark Kelly's. There's a Jack Russell there. Is that like a pub or something? I don't know, it looks a bit like a pub. You might want to let me know if you've been in there yourself. It does look like a pub to me. But yeah, there is a little bit of grot around here, folks. That's putting it mildly. There's something. It's got some bags of sand there. Maybe they're doing something with this place. I don't know. It looks like it. Probably turn it into a takeaway. What do you think? That seems to be the favourite thing to do. But it sounds like it's quite lively in Mark Kelly's. It certainly sounds lively in there. And there's another pub over here called the Lifeboat. I tell you what, they have some fun in this place, I'm telling you. The Lifeboat there. Just before I show you that, I want to show you this place here, Gaieties. Gaieties is a karaoke club, karaoke bar. I'll tell you what, it sounds banging in there. Yeah, got a takeaway in the corner here. And I'll tell you what, the Lifeboat, listen to that, folks. Can you hear that? I'll tell you what, it's pretty lively inside the Lifeboat, yeah. But I'm not sure if I would want to go in that pub, to be quite honest, because I think I might make someone miss the dartboard if I walked in there. Massive takeaway there, Zane Pizza Kebab, fish and chips. We're now around the back of the arcades, the bingo halls. We're in the Foxhall area here now. I've got a place just over here. It used to be a UFO exhibition. Can you see this? It was run by a bit of an oddball character. I never went in. Did anybody go in the UFO place? Did anybody go in here? Yeah. The guy that ran it is no longer living, unfortunately, but he ran that place there. Over here we've got Blackpool's Voice. Blackpool's Voice are a charity that helps vulnerable people and homeless people, that sort of thing. And that's what they do. Just over here we've got, like I said, this is the back of the arcades. It's a little bit rough in some places around the back of the promenade. Just over the road we've got the Ardwick pub, cheapest pint in the UK. There you go, or at least the cheapest in Blackpool. That's the Ardwick. Foxhall Market. Yeah, the markets seem to be on the decline in Blackpool. We're losing all our markets. We lost St John's Market, the big one in town. That was years ago. Then we lost Abingdon Street Market, sort of. Supposed to be bringing it back. And then we lost the Bonny Street Market, which is just up here. Yeah, now that's the most recent one. But as we make our way down Foxhall Road, we see we've got some more places. We've got Seaway, we've got Lily's Fish and Chip restaurant down there, which I did a video with the Map Master. I'm going to take a quick look down this way, folks. This is what road's this? Is it York Street? You know, to be honest, I'm not too sure. There's no street sign on it. But I'll take a little look down here. I did walk around here during the day not too long ago, and I thought I'd do another one at night for a little bit more atmosphere. But as we come up to Dale Street, we're now at Dale Street, folks. This is Dale Street. Look at that. It's quite eerie, isn't it? Yeah. Now that feels quite eerie. And this is the block of flats that I showed on my first ever video. Yeah, look at this, all boarded up. Yeah, 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago since I shot that video, and those flats have not changed a bit. But anyway, let's carry on down Dale Street. And just on the right hand side we've got a rock and gift shop here, and we've also got Howarth one win, every prize is one win bingo there. And we've also got the £1 burger, which doesn't really need a mention. I'm sure most people know about that. The daddy has left the building. He's not there at the moment. Unbelievable. He should be He should be cooking those burgers now. What do you think, folks? But anyway, we'll carry on down the road and we get to the Stanley Arms here. Look at this, the Stanley Arms, the new Stanley Arms. It's all been done up, yeah, quite fancy actually. If we look over the road, we've got tattoo artists there. Plenty of tattoo artists in Blackpool. There's a lot of custom from over here, all right. But anyway, we're now coming on to Chapel Street, folks. I can hear the music from the Stanley Arms. Check this out, the Stanley Arms. It looks quite fancy. Look at that. What do you think? Looks very fancy, all lit up there. So I'll just give you a quick look around. We had a look through the Foxhall area of Blackpool. That's the Stanley Arms over there. That road there with the car coming down is called Dale Street. We're now on Chapel Street. And as we look this way, we get to see the Central Pier up there. Look, there you go. And as I pan round this way, we've got the arcade on the corner called Happy Days. Happy Days Amusements. Check them out if you're coming to Blackpool. I'll just show you. We're around the back of the Happy Days Amusements just here. You can also get something to eat in there as well. On this side of the road, we've got the car park and the police station, which is all due for demolition. Massive £300 million regeneration. As you can see on the sign there, this is Bonny Street. Bonny Street Market at the end, all closed down, being turned into a car park. So that's one of the markets I was talking about, which is no more in Blackpool. So there you go, that was a little look around the Foxhall area of Blackpool. I've been around a few times in my videos, but it was the first proper vlog video that I did here. And I thought I'd come back at night because it's a little bit more atmospheric and it's quite lively as well in parts, although it is a little bit downtrodden, as you can tell. A little bit forgotten, a forgotten part of Blackpool, but there are signs of hope, as we can see with the building that they're doing there with the new housing estate. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.